Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Mine and Trap Detector mod, which is being made by user IceStormNG. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a beautiful new piece of equipment which can, of course, detect mines and traps. And I love this thing. As all of you know who do watch my playthroughs, mines and booby traps are effectively the bane of my existence. I never see them, and I always set them off, and hopefully with this mod, I'll actually be aware that they are there, and hopefully not set them off. You never know with me, though. But yes, it's pretty cool, as it adds into the game two pieces of technically armor that will detect mines and traps and inform you either through beeping or through a visual. So let's take a look at what we do get with these and how we get them. And it's actually pretty simple to make these things, as we just need to head to any chemistry station, and we have the new mine detector category right here. And as you can see, we have three different items: a simple mine detector, a high-tech mine detector, and a mine detector beep toggle. Now this is used to basically turn off the beeping that tells you the mines are there, which for the simple mine detector is the only way it knows how to tell you a mine is nearby. It will begin to beep, and it will beep faster the closer you get. So if you toggle the beeping off, well, it's basically useless. On the high-tech mine detector, on the other hand, it not only will beep, but it will also highlight the mines or traps in red. So turning off the beep on these, actually does make sense, because you have now not just a audio indicator, but also a visual one. And for making these, it's actually pretty simple. As you can see here, the simple mine detector, just with the beeping, just requires rank 1 in science, some circuitry, 10 fusion cells, 2 leather, and 3 plastic. Now the high-tech mine detector is going to be a bit harder to create. I mean, it is a lot more complicated, and you'll need a rank 3 in science, 5 circuitry, 1 fusion core, 1 glass, 2 leather, and 3 plastic. And here's the thing on this one: that fusion core is important, because not only does it need one to create it, it also uses one to power itself. 1 fusion core will get you 30 minutes of playtime with the high-tech mine detector. So it will suck down your fusion cores, but you can actually turn that off, or conversely, you can change the amount of time that it's used. If you have the mod configuration menu installed, you can play around with that. But if you don't have MCM installed, it's a default of 30 minutes of time with 1 fusion core. And after that, well, there's no more mine detecting for you. And as for the beep toggle, that requires nothing. It's just a toggle thing on here. Now this basically is for if, again, you don't have the mod configuration menu installed. If you do have MCM, you can actually toggle the beeping on or off through that. But I didn't install MCM on this particular playthrough because, well, I wanted to see how it worked without it, so you use the toggle here instead. Now let's actually go into our inventory and talk a little bit more about our 2 detecting things, and let's go over here where I have, of course, some mines. And let's go to our inventory. These are apparel items, as they count as armor, and we'll do the simple mine detector first. Now, as you can see, this one doesn't actually take up an armor slot of anything important. It's just sort of a thing on your body, and when we equip it, we will start to beep. There you go, you can hear that there, and as we get closer, the beeping gets basically, faster and faster and faster the closer you are to an item. And now by default, we can only detect a short range, I believe about 5 meters. Don't quote me on that, we'll see in a second when we actually go to the armor workbench. But yes, it's a pretty short distance by default, and then you can upgrade it to all the way up to 20 meters of detection. But for the basic version, it's pretty useful. We start detecting right right around here or so. And, well, if you're running at a good clip, that's still probably going to end up setting off a mine. But, you know, you at least get some warning. You'll start hearing a beep and can jump back, freaking out, going, oh god, where is it, where is it? Now, on for the other detector here. This one actually does take up an armor slot, specifically the right arm, as you can see here. So you are gonna lose a little bit of armor with this thing, but it offers more usability, because not only will it actually highlight the mines once we turn that on, it will also detect traps. The simple mine detector does not detect traps, just mines. This one, though, will detect these as well as tripwires and the like. And just like the other, does have the beeping, as you can hear there, as we get closer, and I have actually upgraded this one to 20 meters, so we have quite a long detection range on this, and plus you do have the visual, which is useful. As you can see there, they are glowing in red, and that red also counts within that range. So with the basic version, only with about 5 meters, it'll only start to highlight within 5 meters, but we've got that 20 meter upgrade on this one, so you'll start seeing those from a ways away, which is very useful. Now let's go and take a look at the upgrades for these at the armor workbench. And we'll actually take a look at the simple mine detector here real quick, as this one just has the detection range, either of short at 5 meters, good, I didn't lie to you, medium at 10, and long at 20. And this does require rank 4 in science and a high-powered magnet, so it's gonna be a pretty late game item to have the full 20 meter detection range, which I really like, because of how much it takes to create these and upgrade them, it doesn't feel cheaty in the slightest. I'm perfectly cool with it. Now, as for the high-tech mine detector, we have that trap detection that I mentioned, but it doesn't have it by default. As you can see here, the extra none is our standard, and then trap detection you have to build with some military-grade circuit board in there, and again, rank 4 in science for this. So again, a later game item, but once you get it, you'll hopefully stop running into trip mines and such, which is very useful. Now, besides that, it still has these typical detection ranges. It'll start at short, and you can upgrade it to long. And it's quite cool. And if we actually do exit out here, you can see it on my arm there. We'll actually give you a better view, as again, it does take up the right armor slot, and it's effectively almost the second Pip-Boy on there, just with a very bright white screen, which is odd. Now, don't worry, it doesn't actually produce a light and, you know, will give you away in sneaking, but, you know, it's there, it's strange, and, well, it detects mines, and that's what I love it for. So yes, that is the Mine and Trap Detector mod, a beautiful thing, adding in 2 fun new armor pieces to help you survive the wasteland more easily. And it's just lovely, especially if you do use foliage mods that add in a lot more grass and shrubberies, etc. It can be very hard to see frag mines. But with this, especially with the high-tech one, you'll get not only the beeping, but also the highlighting in red. And if you don't want to give up your right arm armor, you can always just go to the simple mine detector. And there we are, we lose that highlighting, but we still get the beeps. So yeah, if you'd like to check out this mod for yourself, which I definitely recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description, as per usual. But that is going to be it for today, my friends. I hope you have enjoyed and that you do come back for the next episode, when hopefully we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.